Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019. And as of the point in time that I am streaming, this very moment, there's sorta no Streamlabs right now. Streamlabs is down. Why is Streamlabs down? Because Cloudflare is down. Well, Cloudflare is currently experiencing, quote, network performance issues. And a number of sites using Cloudflare are experiencing 502 errors, which is bad gateway. That's affecting Streamlabs. It's affecting Cloudflare.com itself, oddly enough. It's even affecting Down Detector. The website to detect whether or not sites are actually down for everyone is currently down because it's running on Cloudflare and Cloudflare is down. That is awful. Awful, awful job right now. Don't know what the issue is. Apparently Cloudflare doesn't know what the issue is yet because they are investigating the issue. They are investigating. So I don't have any notifications through Streamlabs. So nothing through Streamlabs. Fortunately, Twitch is still working, as far as I can tell. So Twitch and the Twitch chat will show up, and any follower notification stuff will show up through my Twitch dashboard, but unfortunately, I won't have any on-screen notifications of follows. Of course, donations won't be able to go through because that's through Streamlabs, so that can't even load that page up at the moment. So yeah, let's play some Pyanodons today. Oh boy. What an interesting thing to discover right before streaming. I only noticed it because if I go to my editor and I turn on the actual Streamlabs alert pane, when the screen goes off from black, actually, is it actually working now? Is it actually working now? It might actually be working now. Let me go to this thing and go, no, see, that's 502 bad gateway. You see right at the top, 502 bad gateway? That is the web page that is being pulled in, that is the alerts page. So the way that this works through the streaming software is it's actually, the alerts are posted onto a web page, and the web page is being pulled in by my streaming software. So you can see that if I have this thing on, it's 502 bad gateway. So yeah, that's the alerts right now. Oh joy, oh bliss. Has Pyanodon updated anything? No, it does not look like it. So, I did a lot of looking things up in-game, off-screen. I didn't, like, save any changes or make any appreciable changes. I just did a lot of the research that I generally do, that I have done thus far on-screen, off-screen, so that we can focus a bit more on getting things done today. So what did I look up? I will at least review what I looked up. So I looked up the Niobium chain and decided what my what machines I'll be needing, as well as how many of those machines I will be needing for the whole of the Niobium chain. I also looked up lead. Uh, Silver will come from lead as well, but it's at this point in time the silver is from lead dust, and then the molten lead is also through lead dust. So it's interesting with lead. Lead has an interesting thing going on with it in that it feeds the grade 2 into grade 3 results in grade 3 and grade 1 lead. And the grade 1 lead goes into grade 2 lead at 50%. So it's a 50% chance of grade 2 to get a grade 1. It will always give it a grade 3. And then a 50% chance of the grade 1 giving back a grade 2, which has a 50% chance of a grade 1, which has a 50% chance of a grade 2, of a grade 1, of a grade 2, of a grade 1, of a grade 2, until eventually you have nothing. So that's interesting, and I in no way am even remotely interested in actually calculating out how that actually works in terms of real numbers per second. So I skipped all of that. But suffice to say, I now know what machines I'll be needing for all of that, as well as how many machines I will be desiring for all of that. I then looked at chromium and discovered that I cannot currently do molten chromium casting because molten chromium casting will require, if I look up chromium, the recipe for casting from molten is locked behind chromium ore processing 3. And as you can see, molten chromium processing 3 is locked behind that, and that is a blue tech. That also means that I cannot do gold plates at this time, because gold will require its own processing tech, and it's actually based out of chromium, so it sort of splits off from chromium after chromium processing 3. So in the chain of getting into molten chromium, there will be the gold stuff on the side of that. So yeah, can't do that, but can do chromium from chromite sand. In particular, there are 2 recipes that use chromite sand into chromium, and the better recipe is this one with the casting unit. And I think it's better to use the casting unit anyway, because that's what's going to be used for the molten chromium in the end. So that will be what I do there. I looked at titanium, lastly, and as it turns out, with titanium, I currently have access to the recipe. So Pyanodon, if you're listening, if you're watching this at some point in time on the VOD, please pay attention here. Because currently, with green science techs, I have the recipe to make molten titanium. However, I cannot make molten titanium until blue science, and the reason is because even though I can technically make this titanium-enriched dust, I have all this recipe, I can make the automated screeners for it, I cannot make powdered titanium. And the only way to get titanium enriched dust is through powdered titanium. Because we need the jig. Because powdered titanium is done in a jig, which is locked behind Mining Machines 3, and oh god, that changed. Okay. And it needs circuit 2s and stainless steel and niobium pipes. It needs stuff that you can get before you get blue science, but if you have all this, you inherently have blue science, so Hey, I think Streamlabs is back. Yay, Streamlabs, it's back. Huzzah, go. Go, turn on the alerts. Make sure that those are on. Now I can update the title of the stream. Streamlabs exists! It exists! And Cloudflare exists! And they fixed the thingy. They must have done it. Hopefully it doesn't go down again. Ideally. Ideally? Nope. No, I think it's still having some issues. Yeah, here we go. So, on Streamlabs OBS, it's now showing me the whole recent events list, which is good. So, anyway, Pyanodon, if you're paying attention, it doesn't make sense that I even have the ability to get powdered titanium, or I even have this recipe, if it's going to be locked behind Mining Machines 3 by needing the jig. So, if you want people to be able to do liquid or molten titanium before blue science, this is a problem. It shouldn't be powdered in a jig. It should be powdered in some whatever previous machine. What was used for grade 4 ball mills. Should be in ball mills or something. Unless for some reason you want it to be you actually do want it to be in the jig, then you have to completely redefine where you unlock jig and probably make it need grade 1 circuit or level 1 circuits or something. Leave the niobium pipes, because that is fine. Speaking of niobium pipes, even doing the chromium plates from chromite sand will require a machine that does need niobium pipes. It will require a hydrocyclone, which requires niobium pipes. And where even is the hydrocyclone among all of the crap in here? The hydrocyclone, perhaps my favorite name thus far of these various machines. It requires niobium pipes, so yeah, niobium is required for all of this. So after all of that 15 or so minutes of discussion, little under 15 minutes of discussion, I was in the middle of working on getting refined syngas. Now, refined syngas is what I will need to mine niobium in the first place. And as for what I am targeting on niobium, I am going to need something like 24-ish niobium mines, which are going to require about 144 units of refined syngas per second. So I have a target there for what I need / want. If I'm not mistaken, I was in the middle of or I was at the point where I need to start making hydrochloric, or not hydrochloric, but hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride. So, do I have chlorine on my bus? Probably not. Probably not. And where was I going to actually make hydrogen chloride? Was I going to do it, like, under the burner line? Or, like, as part of this? I don't really know. Pyanodon on Sunday had said in the chat that he was going to buff chlorine production in some way, shape, or form. That has not quite hit yet. Ah, boy. And I'm going to need probably a lot of chem plants. So I'm just going to... Ooh, this is not going to be pretty. Alright, that works. That works. Alright. Who's being used here? This one. Oh yeah, and the titanium chain. I just saw heavy oil there. That reminded me. The titanium chain uses heavy oil in casting. Yeah, once you're able to do molten titanium, you will need heavy oil to actually cast titanium plates through molten titanium. Or actually, it's heavy oil is involved in the recipe to produce the molten titanium in the first place. So that's interesting. I think that's how I'll put it. Interesting. So this line... Oh, hello. I need regular pipe, glorious regular pipe. Glorious regular pipe. Where is my regular pipe? Way down here. Oh, hello, space. This is space. I can do something here with space. Where are your boilers? Right there. Interesting. Here's my pipe. Also, I will need, a lot more. A lot more per second on acetylene. Once I, start doing lead and, titanium. Real lead and titanium processing. I think I should probably make some more repair packs. So, this space, this is space. Yes, this is glorious space, and it will be used to make me some hydrogen chloride. Wherever the heck that recipe is. Ooh, there's lamps there. Hello, lamps. What spacing do I want? What spacing do I want? What spacing do I want? This. This is the spacing. How many do I have here? 5? Yeah, that'll be decent enough to work for future where I will need a lot more hydrogen chloride. Like I'll be needing a lot more. Even though right now I'm sort of limited to 60 per second through 3 machines. Da 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 da. Aw. Even numbers of machines, please. Must have even numbers. Okay, that is that. I actually have enough room. I might be able to fit something else in here. Quite convenient that I have that I had space right next to the lamps. That is highly convenient, actually. Okay, where the heck is this line? Right there. Of course I was off. Okay, let's bring this over. Hook it all up. So I will note that this particular playthrough, this Pyanodon's playthrough, will sooner rather than later be transitioning to daily. Well, daily minus the Fridays, or no, Saturdays. Daily minus Saturday, which if you're watching through YouTube, through VODs, that's daily minus Sunday, because I post a day later. Because the Angels playthrough will be ending fairly soon, within the next couple of weeks. So that is something to look forward to. Alright, the first hydrogen chloride is being produced. And this will, of course, be the next line. Right above. Now, I know that I needed hydrogen chloride for something. What did I need it for? Something to do with activated carbon for refined syngas? I don't know. I don't remember. Alright, there's that. And there's that. Cool beans. Rocks. You should die now. I have a grudge against all rocks. Don't mind me. My geology degree demands that I must kill all of the rocks for the hell it put me through. I should be more specific, my geology master's degree that took 5 years demands that I kill all of the rocks. Alright, so activated, excuse me, activated carbon. Or refined, what did I even need this hydrochloric acid? Not hydrochloric, this, hydrogen chloride for. What did I need you for again? Zinc chloride, that's what I needed you for. That is what I needed you for, which means I need to run this all the way up. So zinc chloride, that is what we are working on. Zinc chloride. I then need to do activated carbon, which will need zinc chloride. Ow. Da-dee-dee-da, da-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Heading on up, 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 and away we go. All the way up here. How are things looking? Ah, there you are. That is technically on my sidewalk. I'll worry about spacing later. There's my hydrogen chloride. Just add power. There we go. There's the zinc chloride. Going, and all that good stuff. Alright, activated carbon. You are in high pressure furnaces. How many of these was I targeting in my notes? In my notes. Activated carbon, where is it? 3.75 per second in 6 of these guys. So, activated carbon. Right there. Is what I'm targeting on this. Alright. 6. It will also require sodium hydroxide as an input. And lots of coke. A full lane of coke. Okay, so that's going to mean interesting things. Can I do the sodium hydroxide on the second lane here? I think I can. That will be fine if I do that way. So that way I can have a lane out like so. That will be the sodium hydroxide. Now, the way these pipes are concerned, and by the size of these machines, it gives me some space for inserters. But you may notice that, hey, he's not actually making nitrogen right now. So, yes, I now need to make nitrogen. How does one make nitrogen? That's the one thing that I'm not making thus far. Oh boy, okay, so I haven't actually looked this one up yet. Nitrogen. Nitrogen. Several processes produce nitrogen, including from liquid nitrogen, which, something tells me is... Hey look, it's from nitrogen. Alright, bitumen, nickel, and shale oil, tholins, filtration media, and purist. Which doesn't make too much sense to do right now because filtration media requires activated carbon. And then there's purest nitrogen gas recipe from pressured air in destructive distillation columns. So I think that this will be the recipe that will be required. And then you can convert, once you have filtration media from activated carbon, glass, pure sand, and gravel, once you have filtration media, then you can worry about processing this purest nitrogen into nitrogen, which it looks like that its only actual use is to be filtered into nitrogen. Okay. Fine. So this is a process that is done in a destructive distillation column. I am not producing gravel right now. I could pull in excess gravel and pure sand from way off in the middle of nowhere and make some activated carbon and pull in glass and do all of that and actually make filtration media and bust some filtration media, but is there really a point right now? Its only purpose is to improve the efficiency of producing nitrogen. That is the sole purpose of it. Let's see, do I have any destructive distillation columns on my person? I do not. What am I missing to make them? Apparently nothing. Nothing is what I am missing. Where are the pressure pumps? Oh, steel. Come on, that means I have to get in my car and do all the wonderful things, because something tells me that 3 pressure pumps worth is not going to be enough. Actually, you know what? Let's find out. Before I go taking a long journey, let's find out. So I need to target 37.5 per second on nitrogen. Okay. Destructive distillation column, converting that. So each of these will produce 10 per second. of nitrogen from 20 on pressured air. I need 4 of these, so I need 80 per second on pressured air. I'm pretty sure that each of these is 20. Yes, each of these is 20. So I do need to get one more of these. And I will also note that this is a 1-to-1 relationship, pressured air to destructive distillation column, so that is highly, highly convenient. I also should move this destructive distillation column down a little bit just so that the inputs and outputs are at least not being blocked by these other pipes. Speaking of, man, that's not nice. Pyanodon, this isn't nice. How not nice? This yeah. Hmm. Okay. That's how that's going to be. By the way, how big are these? Can I have that like so? I think so. Yes. Good. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. You don't produce any solids, so it doesn't really matter where I send the, thingies here. Just that they're offset. There we go. Now to get in my car, grab some more steel, make some more wonderful, glorious things. While I'm at it, I'll probably just start pulling... Well, I need to pull the sodium hydroxide up anyway, so I will go ahead and do that as well. I'll grab some more belts while I am at it. In fact, I'll probably just grab the belts first, because those are further down the bus. And I'll probably just grab another car while I'm at it. Alright, so somewhere I put the sodium hydroxide up. Here's the other car. Yes, I did send sodium hydroxide. Right here. Rocks. Out of my way. And up we go. Oh, right, I forgot. Grab frickin' steel. I forgot about the steel. But I'm going to run a line for the steel anyway. Hey, rock, buddy. Oh, boy. Oh, all these rocks, my goodness. Out of the way. It'll be good when I get the tank, so that I can just roll over rocks, but I'm afraid that... while yes, it'll be nice, I'll end up destroying a lot of pipes in the process. I can see it now. Excuse me, vehicles? Oh, that would... Where is... Why are you not? Vehicle snapping, and that can die. So I'm just going to run the steel line up just because I'm finding that I need steel and I'm tired of having to go all the way back down the bus every single time. And it should be on this line that I'm drawing. Remember, it's not directly next to iron, just in case I need another iron. Alright, get out of the car, because there's way too much crap on the inside. On my sidewalk. Lots of belts on my sidewalk. Alright, there we go. So now the steel has a long, long way that it can go. Now I'm going to make just a ton of pressure pumps, and unfortunately I have to take a bit of a break right now. So sad, it's so soon, but yeah, I need a break. I need a break. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. Soon. I have returned from my brief break. Now let's actually look at the screen here in the editor just to see that there's no gigantic black bar as part of my webcam because of that being a thing. Yeah, you see the black bar happening there? Yeah, that was on screen the entire time after the break that I took yesterday, and I didn't notice because I didn't check the editor fully. Oh god. Yeah, sure. Anyway, let me bring this up. Oh god. Why did the Twitch? Twitch, I'm not offline. Twitch, I am live. For some reason, the dashboard wasn't playing the stream. It thought I was offline. I don't know. Anyway, heading back into things. Just gonna grab stuff. Where is nearest car? Nearest car, right down here. Oi. Oi. Please don't. Please don't demolish a very, 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 very key power pole. Off we go! So now I have my sodium hydroxide. Ugh. UPS is doing things up here. Game being laggy on me. Alright, welcome to the party. Nitrogen. Purest to nitrogen, but nitrogen nonetheless. Don't know why it's called purest when you have to filter it into nitrogen. Like, doesn't filtering remove impurities? Wouldn't that mean that this is impure nitrogen? Anyway, let's not think too much about that. Do I have an oxygen line? I do. So I can feel comfortable pulling this over to the oxygen. I mean, I know that I have an oxygen line. I just was questioning if my oxygen was routed all the way up to this point on the bus. That's what I was questioning. And then as for the nitrogen, I can... I guess I'll bring it alongside here. Oh my, that's not a good spot for you. What even is a good spot for you? I mean, that's a spot that works. About all I can really say. It works. And then, of course, for now, I have to, how much is being produced out of 4? Enough for 1 gas vent. There they go. They are moving. Alright. Let's not forget to, hook those guys up on the side. So there's nitrogen coming in. They are full up. They just need the sodium hydroxide, which I'm going to pull in on this line right here. This is... what spot in this set of 4. I think it's the second. It is the third. So that means that this is lined up like so. And that is that. Now, for the full lane of Coke. There are a couple of options for this. I am going to go with... please tell me that I aligned that right. Now, this is just to remind me about what will come in the future, but it's going to use 15 per second, which is an entire yellow belt. Which also means that I sort of need to have the proper inserters for this. But I think the blues are fine and will work. I need to grab some more red belt. Really? There. Success! Success is mine. Welcome to the party, activated carbon. Hello, activated carbon. How nice to see you. Again, welcome to the party. I should output priority to that, and, yeah, should be good. Should be fine. Just fine. Right? I might bring in that third line and use it exclusively for this. Or just pull off the second line and do, shenanigans. Yes, shenanigans! Oh, glorious. Glorious shenanigans. Anyway, so that's that. Activated carbon. What was I going to use this for again? Refined syngas. Refined syngas. Activated carbon plus syngas in a filter. Filter. And then how much of this stuff do I need? What is the goal on the refined syngas? Well, that happens to be 144 per second. So hopefully, ideally, I'm producing enough activated carbon for this. Is that syngas? Hello, syngas. I happen to need you. Here, have a filter. Oh yeah, activated carbon is also used to make syngas from flue gas. That's right. Refined syngas. Oh my god, I'm going to need a lot of filters. Holy crap. So I'm making 3.75, huh? Yeah, that's not enough for refined syngas. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm just gonna be effed. I'm effed. What this really means is that I will just build to what my desired potential cap is, and I'll just have to scale this up as time goes on. Because an entire coke line for activated carbon, yeah, about that, see. Now, refined syngas is made in other ways, so it's not that I have to do this exclusively to get refined syngas. In fact, there's syngas and methanol that gives refined syngas, as well as CO2 and acid gas. There's also some thing with filled canisters of methanol. Okay. There's filtration media and coal bed gas that gives a lot of refined. There's tin chromium alloy and condensates. There's natural gas into refined syngas and flue gas, which, yeah, anyway. Water and outlet gas too, apparently at some points. But yeah, refined natural gas from biofilm and raw gas from condensates from natural gas and gasoline. Gasoline from light oil or heavy oil and or titanium tetrachloride. Interesting. Lots of things. Lots and lots of things. But, yeah, so I need lots of filters. Where the heck is filter again? Filter. I need, apparently, assembling machines. Now, I've made assembling machines. I am automating my assembling machines, so I can just pick up a car and be on my merry little way. While I'm at it, what do I need for my niobium mines? Tin. Tin, glorious tin. Apparently small parts, too. Why straight up copper? Remember, my target was 24 of these mines, so yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. One, two, three, four. Oh, engine units, hello. Welcome to the party, engine units. You are being made way, way, way back here. Interesting. What's interesting? Oh, just how much iron is being used currently. That gives me 7 filters. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. 16. 17. 18, 19, 20, 21. 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm pretty sure that is 24. You can see how huge the thingy is. Now, oh, it's making a bunch of... Yeah, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Do not handcraft circuits, please. Please do not handcraft circuits. Well, in fact, don't handcraft anything. Yeah. Don't handcraft these. Don't handcraft these. Give me back my stone. So 12, 21. Oh, you use mining drills. That's actually better because I have mining drills automated. Should have done that sooner. Gone out and just grabbed mining drills. You use mining drills and burners? No, you're using soil extractors, which use burners. Okay. Let's cancel that. $17, $18, $19, $20, $1, $2, $3, $4. That's a lot better for how it's crafting things. Head on back up. Let's get these filters down to make the refined syngas. All the way up here. There we go. So that's... I think I actually built one more than I needed on this. Looks like I do need that extra space, sadly. Unless I do this. Then I don't need this space at all, but... Yeah, I'll leave it. I mean, actually, I will do the rotation, but I'll leave the spacing as is. Hey, they have things. Good. Activated carbon in. And then refined syngas out. Then it's just a matter of power. Welcome to the party, refined syngas. Hello. So, I need to pull this refined syngas all the way down to here. I also need to make all 4 of those. Why do I need salt mines? Because niobium requires salt. Niobium plates require salt. And in fact, I should start building what I need for the remaining items for the niobium processing. This is going to need to be on the bus, so let's bring this all the way over. This is lane... what now? This lane. I'm going to define this as a wider liquid segment. Wider for liquids, as I use up all the rest of my undergrounds. Excuse me. Excuse me, rocks, but you are in the way. And there's the end of those. Ow. Now allow me to go grab some more undergrounds. And work on grabbing what I need for the niobium plate production. So right back here, I've got these. Don't think I need any high pressure furnaces for any of this, nor gasifiers or evaporators or any more filters. I will need chem plants. I don't need. I might need those for stuff. Just clearing out some of the crud. Okay, so I will need 7 electrolyzers, which needs tar processing units. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, I need these. Aluminium plate? Really? Alright, there's 7 electrolyzers. I have my 4 salt mines. I need 5 total chem plants. I have 5 total chem plants. This, of course, is not taking into consideration how much organic solvent I'll be needing, or hydrogen chloride I'll be needing to feed all of this, but, anyway, moving along, I need 2 classifiers. I will need 3 ball mills. I will need 6 jaw crushers. Uh, 24 niobium mines, which I have, and I need to bust drill heads. And syngas. Refined syngas. Alright, well, there's that. Those are those machines. I am going to be needing organic solvent. And ammonia, and I have not calculated how much I need of those yet, so... We'll figure things out as we go. This means I will need a lot of belt in this whole process, which is a little bit unfortunate, but anyway, moving right along. There be the belt. Alright. Car. I need to pull the refined syngas down. I also need to bust drill heads, so off we go. Drill heads are being produced way back here. Unless I want to make them locally. They do use chromium. I think that was the whole reason I bust chromium in the first place, was to make drill heads. Because they needed chromium. My drill heads are here. It's using iron, steel, and chromium to make drill heads. Let's see here. Would I rather make these more locally? More locally or as is? Let's go with more locally. Because I'm bussing the iron, the steel, and the chromium anyway, I may as well make these a little bit more local. I don't need to... And when I say more local, I mean rather than being at that point on the bus, I'll do it on a point on the bus that's a lot closer to where I will be sending them out to, which in this case would happen to be right here. Right here. Or I suppose like right here, but basically I need a place that I can send my chromium to, which is like right here. I can actually do a little side pull down on that, and I have access to the iron and steel. So I will do this. Let's have like a line of 6, sure. And I'm going to need to go up actually to get more of these, because I am automating all of my inserters. I happen to need more inserters right now. I'm just glad that my inserters are not being bottlenecked anymore by stuff. I have as many as I could ever need or desire. Do I even need to hold on to filters? I don't think so. Oops, wrong side. Get out of car. That's all junk. Alright. So, mixed belt, iron, and steel. Oh god, no, no, no. Mixed belt, iron, steel, and then chromium, which will be split off. That's unfortunate. Right here. Actually going to not have this spacing on that output because I'm going to do an even, or at least a somewhat even output line. This will be making wherever the heck they are. Drill heads. Let there be power. I have 6 of these. That's producing 4 per second. I do hope that's enough. That is a lot of steel. That's probably all of my steel, by the way. And it should be perfectly even because it produces 3, or it produces an even number 4. Is this taking in more than a... Yes, it is, actually, taking in more than a single lane of input. Wow. Alright, fine, whatever. That's my drill heads that need to be belted in. I also have to belt... Oh, that's a machine. Hello. Hello, Advanced Foundry. Random Advanced Foundry. And I can just belt this, I think, straight from here. Pretty much. There's the Niobium. So basically a straight line over to that Niobium. I will need to go northward with this belt, but I'll keep it as straight as I can unless I run into something important and have to change directions. You know, something like that. Let's actually start going north here just to avoid that oil patch. Not like I'll be tapping that oil patch for a little bit. I'm nowhere near blue science yet to actually tap it. I should probably improve my steel production anyway, at some point soon. That's as simple as taking my... it's just changing one of my casting machines from molten iron into steel and adding oxygen. That's not difficult to do molten steel. Alright, welcome to the Niobium patch that I am planning on tapping. And it happens to be right conveniently next to 4 salt rocks, which also need to be tapped, which means I'll also need a, I'll also need a line of fuel. Other fuel, not drill heads. Unless you take drill heads. No, you don't take drill heads, you take standard fuel. So I will need standard fuel somewhere. Hey look, it's standard fuel. It's standard fuel. So I can just pull that right down onto these, salt mines. Now, what makes this convenient, I'll reiterate, about Niobium being near salt, is that salt is required for making plates through Niobium oxide. So this chain, I'll break it down. Niobium plates come from salt and niobium oxide. My target is actually this. This is my current target output. I don't have the refined syngas production to feed this, and I likely won't also have the ammonia or the organic solvent or the hydrogen chloride really to feed this fully. But my target will be 4 plates per second through 7 electrolyzers using 20 per second on salt and 6 per second on niobium oxide, just to keep things as simple as possible. Conveniently enough, as it turns out, each salt mine produces 5 salt per second. So 4 salt mines, that's 20 salt per second. Therefore, I have enough salt for this. But niobium oxide will need ammonia and niobium complex. If I just quickly calculate how much ammonia that is, if I'm trying to get 6 oxide per second, it's out of 3 chem plants worth, so 250 over 3.5 times 3 or whatever. Complex comes from organic solvent and hydrogen chloride plus concentrate. Concentrate comes from dust. Sand is a byproduct here. I'll have to bear that in mind, as is gravel. There is a recipe that is pure sand plus gravel plus something else for something important that I forget completely right now. Anyway, it's filtration media. That's what that is. It's filtration media. It's activated carbon plus gravel plus pure sand plus something else, I forget. Powder or drill heads and refined syngas. Gravel, pure sand, carbon, glass. That's the other thing. Yeah, so this process gives me sand and gravel. And I've made activated carbon and I have glass, so I might start bussing in some gravel and excess pure sand, especially since I have glass here. And I have an excess of pure sand that I'm currently voiding the excess of to keep things moving so that there's no inadvertent backups. And then this is stone into gravel and gravel into sand. I can take gravel out from here, although I think I might have calculated this as important for sending sand into pure sand, but whatever. Gravel. I am sure that I'm making lots of gravel and things. I'm making stone here that I can just convert into gravel and then send out, and I'm making oh, this is the zinc. I don't have to worry about the zinc. Zinc is fine. Either way, I have stone here. I can just add a little bit more on the stone and just send out gravel. And then somewhere over here, I don't think any stone is produced out of any of the copper stuff. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't have to worry about with the copper stuff, but I do get stone out of the iron processing that I can convert some into gravel. Anyway, that's for later. For now, I have to get 24 of these placed on this patch. And it's, if I did the calculations correctly, it's 45 for a yellow belt of throughput out of here, because this is 300% mining time. And these have a mining speed of 1 per second on these niobium mines. So if I want a yellow belt out at 15 items per second, I need 15 times 3, or 45. But I'm not targeting 45, I'm targeting 24. Really, actually, only 20. 2 and change, but I need... Alright, if I could at least get 4 rows of 6, that would be more ideal. Granted, I do need a gap of 1 because just of how these pipes work on the inputs. Oh gosh, autosave. Okay, that's going to have to be that. Oh, right, I can't do... Drill heads! Let's not forget about that. I need at least another tile gap here. And if I'm going to do another tile gap, that probably means I should actually... I'll shift this down 1. Because I need... Think of this belt, this 3 wide gap even, as the drill heads. That will be drill heads. That will be drill heads. Whoops, off by 1. And that will be drill heads. Granted, I have no idea if I'm even remotely close to making enough drill heads to actually feed this many. But we'll find out. Speaking of which, I will probably just do this as something like so. I can split my way up there. And then where do I want to actually do the niobium processing? Probably below to the south right here. So these will come out. I'll go ahead and just do that. I then need to have the pipes going. Let's see, pipes. Yeah, the pipes here are interesting. There's only 1 spot on each of these mining drills for the input pipes. I could do shenanigans with undergrounds and with underground belt and save on the pipe to ground, but I'm not going to be bothered by that. I still have to run the refined syngas over here, and I will just reiterate that I am not producing enough refined syngas to feed this. to feed all of these. To feed exactly 24 would need, well, we can have a look. To feed 24 would require 144 per second on the refined syngas. Ignore this, or in fact, don't just ignore this, divide this by 3 to get exactly how much is produced because of the mining time. This particular actual crafting time mod does not take into account mining time on ores, which is why it is inaccurate in any mod that increases mining time on ores, which is Bob's and Angels and Pyanodons, and probably every other mod that adds additional ores, for that matter. Let's see, I need you. Then I have to define where exactly I'm going to have my syngas coming in. Where would I have my syngas coming in? Probably from the top, because from the bottom gets me like really close to the corner here. So I will do this from the top. Just like extend out. Get this, just define a point above everything. Just in case I were to ever want to expand the amount of mines that I currently have. Always plan for future expansion. I also need to have inserters for all of these. Let's see, I'll do it on this spot for each of these, and then this spot for each of these. There we go. That's about all I can do for the moment for these. I can add in the power, and that's about it. Aw, the reach isn't good enough. Get these going. Then I have to connect them up from below. So then I just have to drag over the power to wherever I have the nearest source of power, which is probably right there. Alright, there's there's the source of power. It should, they should have just fed in, yep, fed in a bunch of drills. Now, a drill is 2 megajoules, and this is efficiency 400%. If I'm logicking this correctly, that means that it's... These are basically treated each one as if there were 4. I just don't know how long a megajoule lasts. This is 137 kilowatts. I'm assuming that's... Anyway, I don't want to deal with energy and electricity to try and calculate out the actual amount of demand on the drill heads is required. It will probably be depressing if I were to try to do that at the moment. I'll just assume that everything is a-okay and move right along. Now, instead of going all the way out, running the syngas here and getting non-zero amounts of ore, if I can't do anything with that ore, well then what's the point? So let's start building up the infrastructure to actually process the ore once it starts coming in. This will start with 6 jaw crushers. Let's see, and then how do I want to align things on the horizontal? Six jaw crushers. This is a very reasonable amount. Making niobium powder. It also produces a bit of stone. So I have to bear in mind that this produces a bit of stone in the end. Just gonna basic lane balance there. 6. Inserters to insert. Now I could use filter inserters. I wish there was like long-handed filter inserters. That would have been nice. But unfortunately not. Do I want to do any sort of like balancing or any of that? Probably not. Probably not. Even with 6 of these, it's still producing less than a single lane. So this should be fine. I will pull this out this way and sort of keep things somewhat aligned to here. This will pull out stone. Excuse me, stone. Stones. Into whatever, probably just going to burn in the end. Since I'll have fuel coming down anyway. Or at least nearby. Oh, hello, there's even more coal. Like, oh hey, more coal. More coal to pull in. Oh, which also reminds me, I want to put down at least one of these. I'll go ahead and put 2 just to help clear some of the fog anyway. Maybe spawn in some more of the map's ores for me. Alright, so that'll be whatever processing of the stone. Next is 3 ball mills. I wanna do at 3, yeah? 3. The number of licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. This will produce gravel. Makes me wonder. I should probably be making gravel out of that stone byproduct. So that I can then actually do something with it. That's not the correct direction. There you go. Let's see here. Da-da. Notice here 4.29, 4.5. It's not going to be 4.29 because it's not 8.75 that comes out, or 5.7. It's, let's see, 24 by... it's 1 per second, so it's it's just over 3, so that's 8 per second. 8 per second on ore is coming in, and, yeah, anyway. I only need like 22 point something machines anyway. Don't need the full 8 per second. Let's see, I then have to get rid of the, gravel. This is also... Now, this is producing more than a full lane, unfortunately. So, I am just going to... How am I going to do this? This way. Just do that. Simple enough. Simple enough. That's gonna go that way. That's gonna come down. Next is 2 classifiers. I'll do whatever processing of the gravel up there. 2 classifiers. Making niobium concentrate plus sand. Sand. You're gonna be processed into whatever, or burned. Oh, I am apparently off. These take in all that is being produced up here. Or do I even need 2? 9 per second, yes, I do. Wow, 9 per second? I was off on my calculations, wasn't I? I need a third. Or was I off on my calculations? I forget. I don't know. All I know is that I've written down that I need 2 classifiers, so we'll go with the 2 for now. I'm assuming that the efficiencies here is that I'm not actually making 9, but I need the third. The third probably won't be used as much, and it will probably be an output between 6 and 9, so I'm just going to assume that that's fine. Chem plants are next. I need 3 here. How do I want this oriented? This is going to make niobium complex. I probably want this oriented like so. Yeah, that will work, technically. And it will let me do this. That will take everything produced up here. All of it. And then some. Yeah, I think I do need that third. Crap. At least I can just make one. Then outputs. And that's, of course, slightly more. Then a lane. And this produces a fluid out. I then have these producing oxide. The thingy here can come this way, I guess. I actually need to use this here so that I can do this, and that. Okay. So I need hydrogen chloride in, organic solvent in, and ammonia in. Just to be able to do all of this. Can I actually make all of that stuff in an hour? I mean, technically I'm making all of that stuff already, but I'm not making even remotely close to the amounts that I need of it, which is the issue here. And then from these chem plants, it's the 7 electrolyzers, which is why I am clearing out the rocks here, because I need some space for 7 electrolyzers. Okay, I also, of course, need these outputting. That's less than a lane, so it's fine just to leave it like that. And it only produces that, so I don't need to worry about having to deal with any byproducts. And it means I can be relatively close as well. So 7. Electrolyzers. Now, the electrolyzers will also need salt in. And I need so much salt for this, actually, that... Which one is these? So this is the actual niobium plates. Bear that in mind. So these will need 20 per second on salt, so I need to bring in 2 belts minimum of salt. Minimum of 2. I can feed one in up top for like... how many? That's unfortunate that they're so off. Anyway, if I evenly distribute, not there, buddy. If I do 2 even lanes of inputs, I can just do things like so, and then just have the plates come out somewhere. Now the plates, yeah, that's less than a lane on the plate, so I won't have to worry so much about balancing the plate output. And that, theoretically, is that. I am, like, out of belt now, so I can't really bring the belting of the salt down, unfortunately. And I sort of need to figure out what I'm going to do with the sand, the gravel, and the stone here. I've left some gaps just so I have the option of doing further processing of them. I have 3 burners right now, and the ability to make a bunch more. I guess I'll do burning. I don't have enough belt to do all this, but anyway. Burn. Because I need to bring fuel to this as well. So, car. We have a mission. Once I do light things up, because I can at least add some power to the situation. Thank goodness for medium poles that can actually stretch across these larger buildings, unlike the medium poles. Or the small poles, yeah. Small poles can't reach across some of the bigger buildings. Mediums, fortunately, can. So I am very, very grateful that they can. There we go. Just add stuff. Lots of stuff. Some of which I'm not really producing right now. Like ammonia. I have a little bit from something somewhere, but nothing dedicated to ammonia yet. Nothing dedicated to organic solvents. This is going to be fun. I don't think we'll see a non-zero amount of niobium plates in this stream, unfortunately. But yeah, so three lines of fluids need to come in. That is interesting slash sad. Get out of my way. I hate rocks. I really hate rocks. I hate alien biomes adding so many rocks. Ergo, I hate alien biomes. Flat out. It can, die in a fire. I will never be using this mod again in any of my playthroughs, which inherently means that I will never be doing a space exploration playthrough until it no longer requires alien biomes. It can rot in hell. Alright, ammonia. I have a little bit of ammonia being produced because of the circuits. Somewhere or other. Is that even to ratio on the vacuum? Yeah, I guess it is. Let's see, so this is the total of my organic solvent production is right here, 12 whole units per second. And it's choked because fiberboard's not being demanded all that much. Is there a fuel value on fiberboard? There is a fuel value on fiberboard, which is unfortunate because that means you cannot void fiberboard. How sad. And let me guess, Formica also has a fuel value of 8. This stuff, though, this stuff does not have a fuel value. That much I do know. Let's see, where is the non-zero amounts of ammonia again? Or do I? It's here. Yeah, it's here. You actually are pulling in a little ammonia. Yeah, that's a 1-to-1 from the cyanic and ammonia when making melamine. So that's where the ammonia is coming from. I knew there was a little bit, but it's actually to some degree of a ratio with melamine. Oh, you actually produce a little bit of tailings and carbon dioxide. Interesting. Very interesting. So, ammonia. I need to actually produce ammonia. Oh, hello. Acetone plus syngas equals organic solvent, but it's in an oil refinery, which is incredibly unfortunate because guess what? You need niobium pipe to make oil refineries. It's like, oh yeah, I'll make ammonia and organic solvent, both of which are needed in the processing of niobium. But you need niobium to make the oil refineries. There are many, many, many processes like this in Pyanodon's mods. Many are like this. And yes, I am producing acetone. I am using acetone in my... What's ultimately the nylon chain. I have some acetone being produced. So, ammonia can come out of coke fluidization. Ammonia can come out of molybdenum and oil shale. Or shale oil. I can use urea straight into ammonia. That might be the suggested path. So, who wants more og paddocks? I think I want more og paddocks. Otherwise, yeah, cyanic from urea. Or from tholins. I don't want to use tholins, so let's look at the og paddocks. Let's actually look at additional recipes. So raw fiber can go into the og paddocks, and I can produce a lot more urea through this process. In fact, I already sort of added in. In fact, I think you already have. There's just so much urea here that I think we're good. Oh, you need power. Let there be power. And then the amount per second, yeah, that's fine. I don't even need, I don't need 2 of those. Alright, cool. That just increased my production to 10 per second. And this is not balanced because this moves slower than this, but anyway. Moving along, do I want to... What else is the urea used for? Oh, it's used for that. Alright. More chem plants. I need to grab more circuit boards for that. Alright, chem plant. Let's have a look at the ammonia recipe here for urea. How much ammonia per second is it actually? And that's 4 urea per second for one machine to produce 20 ammonia. What is the amount that I need for 2 of those? Let's pull up you 2. It's up a little bit. Yeah, I need a little. Just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm producing 10. Yeah, okay. Oh, right. I need more belt. More belt. More og paddocks. More ogs will be required. Ogs are here. Soil. I have soil somewhere. Where do I have soil? Do I have soil on anywhere near here? Apparently not. Apparently not. Really, where's the nearest soil? That would be odd. Have I really replaced every part that needed soil? Probably right up here. Yeah, that's way up at the Relesia. That's my nearest soil. So I need more og paddocks, clearly. Probably also need to scale up that raw fiber as well. All for purpose, all for purpose. Og paddocks, yeah. You know what? You're going to go right into a chest because you stack to 1,000 units, and that's a lot of stacks. So go, do the thing for me. I don't have to worry about making og paddocks and not having enough soil for it. Okay, now to grab more belt. As I go past the og paddocks, I'll add additional ones. The additional 3 that I just made. Great big gigantic machines. Alright. May as well do things correctly as I add more. See, this is correct on the output of that clay. Get a brief tour here of various things. I really should do something with the blue gas here. Why do I have 2 extra? Oh, I know. I know why I have these 2. Never mind. That it? That all? I think that's it. That's all. Kill that. Kill those. Nearest car? Oh, I don't have a nearest car. Right up there. Now what? I can bring down the refined syngas. Lots of things to do yet. Bringing down the refined syngas, connecting up the ammonia, doing lots of things, getting the organic solvent out, getting hydrogen chloride out. Yeah. I'm gonna need lots of these. Power, 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 power. Yoink, yoink. That's now 7? Ooh, that's more. 6 is exactly enough. 7 is more than. Interesting. 7 is more than. Glorious. Oh, wow. 4 per second. That's like near enough the full throughput of that thingy. Inserter. Anyway, 2 of these is 8 per second. I can do. Apparently. You are 2.5. And then. Let's see. 2.5 and. 2. That's 4.5. If they're being used fully. So. 17.5 minus 4.5, 13. Yeah, I can add the third and be fine. Granted, this is 12, 13, 14 and a half. 14 and a half, bear that in mind. Keep that in mind, even. Heck, I'll do that, too. Balance things out a bit. Alright, so there's ammonia. I'm going to do this the semi-intelligent way. Where the F and F on this bus is this going to be? I think I said something about extending this segment more than 4. Because this 4th is already being used by the refined syngas. So, that's already 4. Let's make this 10 wide. And by 10 wide, I mean... so there's this being used, heavy oil, chlorine, hydrogen chloride, refined syngas. These two get used as, quote, the middle areas. This will be ammonia, and then whatever else. And then there's another 4 on top of that. So 10, and then probably gap of 2 additional. And then I can have more lanes of belt after that. I knew I placed a random thingy. I knew I heard it. Okay, do I have the organic solvent on the bus anywhere? The organic solvent was being produced in small amounts right here. It is not being bussed fully. So that does mean that you get to have the next spot. I am, of course, going to go run this ammonia. So yeah, we're definitely going to be bottlenecked on our fluids. For a bit. Though, oddly enough, once I get non-zero amounts of niobium, then I can just make the freaking oil refineries to produce more ammonia and organic solvent and be good. Ammonia, organic solvent, then 4 more, and then do. There you go. That's those turns. Do I regret doing a turn in my bus? No. I wanted this chromium patch, therefore I did the turn in the bus early on. Still not regretting it, even though you can clearly see the downsides of using a main bus. I mean, this is pretty clear. I mean, this has just been my decision to do the main bus style, even going up into Circuit 2. So you can see how crazy this is. I mean, we can no longer consider this whole, quote, main bus to be the, quote, main factory. I mean, my factory is this. It's like, this whole thing is the factory at this point. Anyway, I want my car now. Nearest car, wherefore art thou? Right down there. Because now I have the absolute pleasure of having to run the, refined syngas from up here. Finish running the refined syngas from up here. Then I probably have to grab even more underground pipe that I can start running the 4 pipes of stuff. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Here you go. Have a thing. There's a fine syngas. Now to figure out where exactly I'm going to align things. So I have that as my point of alignment. I think this is a bit out of my build range. So I know that this input here, this coke, is that line of alignment for me. So I know that down here, a bit further, is that point of alignment. But because this belt is in the way, I have to dodge it or go around it. So I will go above for a bit and then just come down and be in alignment. Okay? Okay. And I may as well be aligned with this stuff, and then, yeah, just there's something about the machines here that are a little bit iffy. That's actually pretty convenient that worked out like so. Alright, car. Squeeze you through. Really? And you had to get stuck? Briefly? There we go. Now, the moment I hook this up, I'm going to be officially mining Niobium, so I can at least say that I have started mining Niobium in this episode. in this video. Stream. Rock. Die. Just get out of the car. There we go. Hello, Niobium ore. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Niobium ore. This is going to back up on byproducts at the moment. Oh, I'm out of inserters. Good thing I have to take, like, several trips back for running the remaining pipe, but, yeah, so there's the Niobium ore, looking pretty nice. Now, according to the calculations, this shouldn't be running at full capacity, unless I've just completely whiffed on how much gas is actually required, because, I mean, I know I'm backed up a bit on the refined syngas, but I'm thinking, oh, and that moves quite slow. I think I am okay, maybe, on the drill heads. But, yeah, so here's the thing. It's not actually 144 on the refined syngas. It is 144 divided by 3, which is 48 per second in total. That's what I didn't take into consideration here. So that is actually enough syngas, which is fantastic. What it's not going to be enough of is the other stuff. Any of the other stuff. Which will ultimately, you can see here, as this starts moving down, it's ultimately stopping here because I don't have the organic solvent or the hydrogen chloride or the ammonia. So I've got now 3 things. I've got 2 additional pipelines that need to go in, and I don't have enough piped ground for it. Even with doing this, I don't think it's going to even be remotely close to enough. Where is my car? All the way up there. Alright. Car! Let there be car. Car, you need to take me back so that I can get more inserters, as well as more pipe to ground. Probably. Maybe. Now let's see, so my inserters are... I should probably mark my inserters. Like, hey, this is these. Inserters! Just so that I know and I have the thing on the map saying, hey, dummy, your inserters are here. I'm going to go back just to run what I have of the pipe to ground on one of these lines. Probably the HCl, I don't know. Should be enough to get pretty close to the bus, if not all the way. Alright, there you are. Come on, HCl. Thought that rock was going to block it, but apparently not. Can I see plates within 20 minutes? Can I see pipe within 20 minutes? That's another question. Because part of this is going to be pipe. In fact, I don't think I even need the niobium plates at the moment for anything. It's all pipe that I need. Not necessarily plate. So why bother bussing plate when you can bus the pipe? That is a good good point, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. What even is the plate itself used for? It is used for big electric poles. That alone makes it important to bus as itself. And it's used for flying robot frames, but flying robot frames. You know, they're only needed for robots. Ha 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 ha. I could make Pinobots. You need the circuit board 2s, though, for normal Logibots. I don't even know why those recipes are even enabled when there's Pibots. Anyway, it's used for the Mark III stuff as well, and apparently in sand extractors, I need niobium plate. And of course, niobium iron alloy, which gets used for other things. It's used in apparently fuel rods. Nexlet powered accumulators, niobium pipe. Mark II stuff. Okay, so yeah, it's used in plenty of things. It's apparently also used in a molten stainless steel recipe. Okay, so I will need to do that for molten stainless steel. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, let's grab the... Let's play the how far up do we have to go game. You there. Oh, right. Definitely not going to have enough undergrounds. I may as well go all the way over. Car, get in the car. Head on down to additional pipe. Let's not break the rather important heavy oil pipe. That would be sad. Brakes. Think I have enough pipe. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. We shall see. All right, yes, this should definitely be enough of the pipe. Okay, let's head on over to here, pull this down. I don't mind going a little bit on top of the ore here. Alright, that's feeding that in. Next up is organic solvent. Now, I have a couple of options on the organic solvent, but I think I might just do the exact same thing that I just did. Because the alternative is pulling down and over, and then up, down, over, and up, but no. Just, no. Nah. Nah. Now do remember that I'm not actually making anything dedicated for the organic solvent at the moment. So this will probably be the limiting factor here. Pull this down. And then just as long as I'm able to get this next to... yeah, how am I going to get this on the other side of you? Just that simple. Alright, car. Pick a car, any car. Back we go. This time all stocked up with inserters and belts. Because we're not done yet. We've still got to run run some salt and run some glorious fuel to the salt. The salt shall floweth. Although technic... What? Oh, right. I didn't actually hook that up, did I? I was gonna say, technically, I can at least get through this, but nope. Nope. Anyway, I'm here now. I be here now, so... Time to destroy all the things. This should not be a full belt, by the way, in byproducts. So unfortunate. That works. And of course it needs fuel. Fuel will come in because I need to pull in some fuel from somewhere or other. Where is my car? Down there. I have 10 minutes to set up salt and hook up that ammonia. Don't think that's gonna happen, by the way, just an FYI. Okay, so up here is this. Why am I not able to draw a straight line for the life of me? It's like you don't even need to move the mouse, and yet it still moves somehow. Just hold S. That's all you need to do. Just hold S. Technically speaking, these should rotate south. And I can feed these. Like so, you... can all exist like this. Remember what I said about needing to move 2 lines of salt. So ultimately there's 3 belts here that need to come down. Ooh, I'm almost out of medium poles. That would be inconvenient. I had to go get more. Shouldn't need more, though. Okay, so there's salt. Salt is moving. Okay, that will be the voiding. Which line do I want this down? Probably... What am I doing? It's this one. Alright, then bring down the other line. I'm just moving this a bit closer so that I can do that instead. Oh, thank God. Okay, so there's salt. Now to just connect this ammonia, and things should be good to go. In the last 4 minutes of this stream, oh boy, oh joy, oh bliss. I can't believe it. Even planning out the actual mining and processing of the niobium beforehand, because I still needed to make the refined syngas today and improve production on everything else, it's still taken a while. This stuff takes time, clearly. But this is one of the gatekeepers moving into the rest of the game, so fortunately enough, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's make everything here aligned. I'll do this on the inside, sure. Or maybe not. Oop. Hold up. There you go. And there's ammonia, which means... Once things start moving... There's the ammonia, there's that. There's that. It's moving. It's moving. And... there they are. There is the first of the niobium plates. Holy freaking Luya. We did it. We did it. We did it. Niobium plates. Beautiful, glorious niobium plates. They exist. They're moving. The byproducts are dying for now until I have a better use for them somewhere. But, yeah, it's great. It's fantastic, and I have all of the ore I could ever want. it looks like, for now. We shall see. So, yeah, with that, it is about that time to wrap up the stream for today. It's as if I had a plan, and I successfully completed the plan. Ooh, isn't that nice? So there's my niobium processing, initial niobium processing. I am happy to have gotten that done. The next things that need to be worked on are lead, chromium, and titanium. Uh, Chromium can probably wait a little bit longer, but the titanium... Yeah, the titanium needs to be worked on soon, and the lead should also sort of be worked on soon so that I can get silver. I should do the lead so that I can start getting silver. And titanium is just titanium. It will be fine. So, what got done today specifically? Well, glad you asked. So today, specifically, was about getting hydrogen chloride set up. So I got this all done from the setup that I was working on last time of making additional chlorine and forcing it so that it constantly is producing chlorine. I then came up to there and did some stuff. Yes, some stuff that I can't see right now. I got to the point where I am making refined syngas. That is what I did. I started making refined syngas from the zinc chloride, so I made zinc chloride, and then I started making the refined syngas. Then it was all about starting to set up the niobium. I needed additional ammonia for that, which meant some additional urea. Fortunately enough, I thought ahead a bit and made sure that I had the raw fiber here so that I could do the better recipe on the production of the urea to feed into this. I'm not making enough of this, mind you, to feed into my whole niobium line. I built this in the end, and yeah, so from there, it's time to start making some niobium pipe, because now I can make oil refineries. Huzzah! Which means I can make more organic solvent and more ammonia from acetone and syngas, I think is the recipe, but yeah, acetone is the main thing that I can now actually start using. Acetone that I am producing here in the cumene, I think. Or is it, where is it? Is it this one? No, it's this one. Making phenol is producing acetone that I can use. Looks like I need to do something with my nylon to keep it moving, or maybe just split off phenol so that I can get this moving so I can make more acetone, but whatever. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. I will see you all on the next one, which will be tomorrow for the Angels playthrough, and then on Thursday, the 4th of July, for more of this Pyanodon's playthrough as we work our way toward ever so closer towards Circuit 2's. I will see you all then.